So, for my next classroom incidental, I will be talking about the use of classroom jobs, which I've actually seen a lot during my field courses, and I think they're super important when allowing students to have that sense of belonging in the classroom and giving them a role. I think a lot of these jobs also teach the importance of responsibility and working together as a team and having that responsibility for the well-being of the overall classroom. So, to begin, I probably would not introduce classroom jobs until maybe I would say the second or third week of school, just so students can get a feel of the classroom routines and things like that. I think jobs is something that maybe comes not last at that list, but that's what I would consider it as. And I would also wait until the second or third week because I want to get a feel for each student, really get to know each student, because I would probably most likely assign them a job that I feel would really empower them and make them feel like encouraged and excited to get involved in, because you want to build that sense of likeness, and you want students to be feeling empowered in that sense so that when they get a next job, they're really excited for it. So I would probably wait until the second or third week to introduce this. How it's done, I have attached in my website different classroom jobs, so like door holder, maybe something with the caboose, line leader, a student that flips a light switch on and off, a teacher's helper for the week, somebody that passes out papers, things like that. I would just get little clothespins and either put the student's name or classroom number on it and just attach those up there. I don't know if every student would get a job. I think that would honestly just depend on the class size. If the class size was too big to give every student a job, I would probably split that in half. Half the class would get a job, the other class would not for that week, and then they would almost alternate every single week, if that makes sense. So during the end of the first week, beginning of the second week of school, I would introduce each job and then model to students how it's done. And then I would also probably have students practice this job. Next, so how it connects to my philosophy. It ultimately gives students responsibility, like I said in the beginning of this video, and it makes them feel a sense of belonging within their own classroom community. This once again connects to William Glazer's idea that students really need that power, that feeling of belonging and power within their own classroom, because it ultimately makes them feel the most engaged. It also promotes a lot of collaboration and communication within students. Students are able to work together. Maybe if a student is confused about a job, they can help another student out with that job, things like that. So I think it's very important to integrate classroom jobs into the classroom, whether it's kindergarten or fourth grade, whatever grade. I think it's really important because, like I said, it gives students that sense of belonging.